Are they gonna arrest us?
No.
Are we gonna get a ticket?
Huh?
Are we gonna get a ticket?
No, we're not gonna get a ticket, babe.
He got out.
Hold on, buddy.
What's up, brother?
You got your license on you?
Oh yeah. Yep, I do.
I didn't recognize it driving by, but you know these aren't road legal in New York, right?
It's registered in Montana.
That doesn't matter in New York, though. It's not a road legal vehicle in New York. Maybe in Montana they allow it, but not here in New York State.
It's all right here.
What is?
It's considered a quadracycle. It's registered to.
It's got no bumpers. You gotta have bumpers in New York.
It follows the.
Jeremy, I'm not gonna argue with you. I know New York State VNT law a lot
Yeah,
better than you
I
do,
know.
and whatever paperwork you have that may work in Montana.
Yeah.
They have different laws in Montana.
Mhm.
New York State VNT vehicle and traffic
Yeah.
law does not recognize these as
Okay.
a road legal vehicle.
That's fine.
Okay, if you run it on property where you need registration insurance, whether it's state parkland that allows UTVs or ATVs,
Yeah.
that type of thing,
Yep.
this is legal to get into those parks and that recreation type area.
Mhm.
But for the actual public roadways,
So it has reciprocity with Montana as a quadracycle under an LLC in Montana.
okay, there's no bumpers on your car. Okay, you have to have bumpers on your car.
It here
All right, I'm
I
telling
have.
you, just based on the equipment
Understood.
on this vehicle. I know there are some
I have.
vehicles that look like all-terrain vehicles that are road legal for New York.
Mhm.
This is
Daddy.
definitely not one of them, pal.
Are we gonna get
I have-
arrested?
No, we're not gonna be. Just so you, it's there's over 60,000 registered quadricycles through Montana, in New York, Connecticut, across the whole United States. It's all
Yeah, so this is listed as a UTV here.
no, it's not.
Body style, UTV, black, number of CCs, Polaris,
Yep.
Razor.
So the registration that, if you go to the next page, you'll see it's considered.
Listen, I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah,
pal.
no, I'm not gonna
And
argue with you,
And,
Tony.
and I
Not at
understand
all.
where you're coming from.
Yeah, I listen. I
But
wouldn't drive.
regardless of what you think the law says or the way this works in Montana, it's not a road legal vehicle in New York State. All right? I don't want to have to write you tickets and have you go argue with a DA.
Yeah,
and try
yeah.
to fight this. in order
Well,
to get
there's
it
actually
illegal.
over 40
And if I do, I got to impound the vehicle.
Well, there's over 40 case and laws that have been produced in front of the.
All right. Well, just based on the
All right.
vehicle and traffic law, I can cite you for having no bumpers, not improper equipment. All right. I mean, it's not a street legal car. Okay, and it's not registered in New York as a motor vehicle.
Yep.
Utah has different laws.
It's
okay?
Montana.
I don't want to have to cite you
Understood.
in order to have
It-
that argument made and have you pay fines when you lose.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm just letting you know. I mean, I know some of the officers have stopped you.
Just
and
one.
You had the same, and you had maybe some debates with them.
No, none at all.
All right. well,
Actually.
it has come up in conversation at the PD.
Yep.
But what you're doing is not legal in New York. Okay. If you want to trailer this vehicle somewhere and
Yeah.
ride it on trails that are legal, where are you going with this right now?
My house, home.
Okay, where are you coming from?
I picked her up at dance, and I went to the t-ball game,
Yeah.
and
All right, do me a favor.
I drove to
Do me
Troy
a favor.
with my work. I mean, it's
Drive a regular car from now on instead of this thing before it gets ignored. All right?
Yeah,
I
no,
don't want
it's-
to see you get in trouble.
No, I understand. Listen.
You know, I'm gonna cut you some slack today, but I'm gonna go run some information myself, and if I can even get you a
It-
printout showing you what the New York
It's-
State Vehicle and Traffic Law covers.
I understand,
for
but
this
it's
type of vehicle.
I don't own it. The LLC owns it. All right, it's not.
Who runs the LLC?
I own the LLC, but it's no different than an enterprise rental vehicle in Montana. All right.
You gotta stop saying Montana. You're in New York State.
I understand,
That's
but
what's
the
bothering me about this conversation with
the
you.
LLC is
It
in
doesn't
Montana.
matter. That's a legal entity that's allowed to possess a vehicle and register in its name. In
I
another
have
state,
my-
they
yeah,
may
but
authorize these on the roadway.
My other
New York
vehicles are
State
registered
doesn't
too.
authorize these. Okay, you arguing with me
right.
leads me to believe that you're just going to continue to drive this. If I need to impound it and write you tickets right now, I have zero problem doing that.
Okay.
I'm trying to have a civil conversation
Yeah,
with you
I'm
to
not
correct your
arguing with you.
behavior before you either get in an accident and hurt yourself or somebody else with this thing because it's not maintained for the safety by even by the U.S. government. Is probably not going to get you a crash rating on this thing. Okay, that's the problem. It's an unsafe vehicle, not for the road.
Okay.
Or if you hit somebody else or you get hit, you have no protective bumpers or any. This is not made for collisions on the road.
Yeah, I know,
These
but-
aren't crash tested like that.
It's
A
not-
side
but
impact,
it's no
if you
different
get
than a
hit in the
motorcycle,
side, Here's
though.
the problem. I understand, but it's not authorized in New York State as a road legal vehicle.
Okay. All right.
I mean, like I said, I don't want to paper you. I can write you probably 10 tickets right now.
Yep.
All right. If you want to get tied up in court, that's fine.
Yeah.
But the more you do, just want to.
No, I'm just stating the facts. That's all.
Well,
I'm not debating you.
It's not the truth, though. It's what you think is true. Okay. You may legally be able to own it as an LLC. I'm not debating that. But New York State does not recognize this vehicle as a proper motor vehicle for the public roadways.
Okay. All right,
Okay?
that's fine.
I just want you to bring it home, stop driving it, because what's going to happen is if there's any liability on your part,
Yeah.
you're going to get sued, and your LLC is going to be owing people a lot of money because you're going to hurt somebody or somebody in the car with you.
Okay. All right,
You know what I
understood.
mean?
Yeah.
I just don't think it's safe and smart for you to be driving this on a public highway and get yourself into some more liability than it needs.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I respect that.
I just think it's not necessary for you. All right?
All right, no problem.